very quick TFNation haul video. Let's get to it. So I picked up a fair few bits at TFNation this year, not as many as I could have, definitely. A few of them were things that people had brought along for me. A few of them were purchases. Let's start with some small and less exciting things. So Greg and Mr. Moth brought me this Kush Cameos Optimus Prime. It's a silly little rubber ball with a rubber head. I haven't got it out yet. It'll sit on my oddities shelf and it'll be quite fun. Second, this very cute bag clip, again from the Prime Time guys. So that is a little clip that will probably just sit on my shelf rather than get clipped anywhere, but he's quite fab. My friend Tom gave me this, which is one of the Bayverse auto-morphing things that came out around the time of the first movie. He's sort of spinning around and he becomes a robot. Isn't that exciting? Here we go with my other Bayverse related movie primes. You stand up. Onto something a little bit more interesting. Oh, he's come off his base. I got one of these, which we were selling on the Primetime Toy stand. They are blind boxed Way Studios Transformers mini statues. They come in pieces and you build them, and they have really fantastic bases. And Prime has just come off of his, so this is the base, and he should just sit back on it like that. But the detailing on these is actually pretty special. I really, really like it. It looks really cool, so that's going to go on my Bumblebee-esque movie, or Rise of the Beasts, Prime shelf. You can go over there for now. Next up, there was a stand selling mostly US and Japanese exclusives, secondhand. I can't remember what the stand was called. It was something like Japan Garage Sale or something. Lovely Japanese guy. He was so nice. He had so much stuff, and all I picked up was this and another thing. This is the Transformers Unite, I think, version of the War for Cybertron Optimus Prime mold. It's basically exactly the same as the Hasbro one, only it's painted with shiny chrome, which looks lovely. It's a bit chipped in places, but you know, this sort of paint never stays on very well anyway. I'm not going to be too upset with that. It wasn't a ton of money, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. So you can go there. The other thing I picked up from the same stand is this piece of utter wonderfulness. It's the 25th anniversary of something. I'm not sure what that is, but anyway, Optimus Prime X Toys R Us. Wow, it's just bonkers. It's the main-sized Robots in Disguise mold, and it's sort of almost painted like a weird combiner in some respects. Lots of bonkers colours. It's lovely. I'm going to get that out, and that's going to go, oh, I don't know where that's going to go, on a shelf somewhere, but it's amazing. And he is called Jeffrey Prime. Fantastic. I can go, so it's going to go over here because I'm going to run out of room otherwise. Next up, Generations Toys Gorilla, or whatever he's called. I can't remember his name. I saw him on a stand at one point and then completely forgot he was there. And then my friend Jimmy went and picked him up for me because he's a lovely, lovely chap. I've been after this for ages. He's not got any of his accessories, so he's missing his swords and possibly a few other bits. I'm not entirely sure, and I have absolutely no idea how to transform him. But I've been after one of these for a while, and he is absolutely fantastic. I love the G Creation stuff. It's really quite special, and it's very clicky, and clicky is good. So you can go stand at the back. This is going to get very crowded very quickly. Next up, off of the wonderful lads at Toy Foo, I got this dude, which is an Optimus Prime FJ Cruiser, which is a Toyota Cruiser. And a few years ago, they did a crossover with Transformers and produced this lovely thing, which I always thought was much bigger, but it's basically a deluxe class. What's really cool is the yellow armor, which you blooming ring light, which you can see on there. You've actually got an entire sprue where you can pop out the white armor, and you can replace all the car parts. So you can actually have it as a white Jeep as opposed to a yellow Jeep. And that's pretty awesome. It's a really cool figure. I had a quick look at it out, but I'm not going to do a proper review of it yet. So let's go over here. Next, at good old In Demand, I picked up Transformers 1 Studio Series Optimus Prime. I kind of missed out on getting the pre-orders for this guy, so I was quite pleased that they still had them. So I grabbed one right at the start of the day before anybody else could, and thus pleased me. Probably disappointed somebody else that they couldn't get one, but I'm sorry. I'm sure these are going to be widely available everywhere in Smiths and places like that within a few weeks. But I wanted one, so I got one. And speaking of the wonderful people at In Demand Toys, I'm just going to take the price off while I do this because I feel it's uncouth telling people prices. Anyway, this is Target Optimus Prime with Autobot Bullseye. I missed out on the pre-orders on this again, so I was really pleased to grab hold of one. It's a bit bonkers. The dog is obviously the mascot for Target in America. This hasn't been massively well released over here because we don't have Target stores. So it's just some of the more specialist sellers have had it. There was a few of them about, a couple of other stores had them for a little bit more money, but I was really pleased to grab one of those, as I'd missed out on all variations of pre-order. So that was that. And the last thing that I picked up from In Demand was this wonderful piece of kit, the Lunar Cruiser Prime from Takar. This is based on a lunar cruiser that I believe is something that's either being in development or something else. It looks really quite stunning and very sort of masterpiece-esque packaging. It's mostly white, which sort of goes against my no white primes because that's Ultra Magnus, but it has the red on it and it's got a blue head and it's definitely Optimus Prime. It says so on the box. So again, very pleased to pick up on that because yeah, again, another thing, I'm very good at missing pre-orders at the moment, so that can go up there. And ooh, two more things. I grabbed off of our own stand actually the MB26 The Saber Team from Fans Hobby, which is their version of the minicons that make up Star Saber from Transformers Armada. I have literally bought this so I can turn it into the sword and pop it on my Fans Hobby Naval Commander, which is fabulous. I've had a little play with these before. The robot modes and the plane modes, they're just spot on from the originals. They're a little bit bigger, but really, if you've got the originals, there's not a massive amount of difference, but they are very cool, and I'm again very glad to have them. And they can go, that's going to fall over, they're going to go behind there where you can't see them, but that's fine. And then I also picked up again from Moff, who had nabbed one for me due to issues I'd had with my pre-order. Noticing a theme here. And I finally have a missing link Optimus Prime. But what's better than having a missing link Optimus Prime? It's having two missing link Optimus Primes. So I got the CO1 and the CO2, and I couldn't help myself when I've opened him. And he is all he is cracked up to be, and I am super happy to get him. I did manage to pick up a couple of other little bits, nothing exciting, nothing important, before TFN, but I'm sort of bundling it in TFN because I only got it a few days before. So it was TFN week, and that is this lovely, finally I own a boxed actual G1 Prime, so I'm very pleased with that, very pleased. So yes, that's my TFN and one extra haul. Hope you all got some lovely stuff, and if not, I hope you just got some lovely stuff generally. Anyway, I've been Optimus Prime. Thank you for watching.